Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Baltimore Ravens. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. First down, Swift. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels, and picking up some nice yardage.
Mike 52, Mike 52. I'm here. I'm here all day. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's on ball.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. That's good for 28 yards.
Here we go.
So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know they're going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
They'll run on first down. Swift, 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Let's go now.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because
he tried to pitch it and the ball's loose. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Perkins. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Ready. You took the outlaw. I hope you brought your left, because I'm like, ready, go. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Ross. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That goes for a gain of 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Stepping up, he's good. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's their quarterback scoring on the 2-yard keeper, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback,
and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. It's their quarterback taking it in, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor, but it'll be 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now a A fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Who that? Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Rip left. Off. 54, right there. 54.
Operating from the gun. Perkins. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going to try and throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second and 2. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. David Moore with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense. Right there, 54, right there.
Throwing again, Perkins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted. but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
52's the mic, boy, 52.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. That's on the Pro Bowl guard from Notre Dame, Zach Martin. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Now a give, right side. Swift. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards the pickup there. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Right back to him on first down. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Second and 14. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
41's coming. 41's the mic. Mike 41. We got to wedge that. We ain't giving up nothing today. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Right here. 41 Mike. Blue dance.
They'll set up to throw.
Come on, baby. Come, baby.
And that is incomplete. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
54, Mike. Hard. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. It's been a long day for you. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
A first throw for the backup, Rosen. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Right there. 80. Right there. 54 Mike. I'm going to come back.
Here's Rosen. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Leonard Williams make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch. Alert, alert, alert. Let's go. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4".
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. 55. 18 Gator. 55. 164.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Ready? Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Oh, here we go. Oh.
2nd and 4. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Mike's 5. Hey, QB's trash. Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Perkins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. On play action, they'll throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
It's going to be a long day. 41's coming. 41's the money. Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now it's over. Like 41.
They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
To throw on 2nd down, Perkins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Yeah. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. Yeah. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. Yep. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news. Like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bag. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack my backpack.
but I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab. Brown man, when it come back, I'ma give back. My bad when the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my...
Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Baltimore Ravens. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got a man, complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And now a two-point conversion attempt forthcoming. They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get two more. He's got it. So that didn't take long. Quickly, 8-zip. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This will be taken very short.
And, partner, not only is he kicking himself right now, he's going to petition the league for 99-yard fields. That's almost not fair to get it that far and not get into the end zone. Nevertheless, a great return.
Breaking the huddle, first and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. They'll set up the throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Another shot from the one on second and goal. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's their quarterback with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now the Cowboys will line up to go for the two-point conversion. They'll look to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with two PATs. They got the two-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points. And, partner, not only is he kicking himself right now, he's going to petition the league for 99-yard fields. That's almost not fair to get it that far and not get into the end zone. Nevertheless, a great return.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. First and goal from the 1. They'll drop the throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. From a yard out. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This will be taken short.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a first down, but the field goal team is out onto the field from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Looking to throw on second down. Perkins. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. And it's 3rd and short.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. From the gun on 3rd down, Perkins. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Play action fake. They'll look to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 47. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Yeah, quick throw here, that's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Switch, Mike. Hey, 1-7. Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. What we got? What we got? What we got?
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
On 4th down, Perkins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. The draw. Here's Johnson. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Second and 10 at the Cowboys' 40-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down, Perkins. And he finds a man on the crossing route.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. From the gun, Perkins. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Johnson, and he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's put him on the box.
Looking to throw. Perkins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. One day. 54, right there. Hey, alert. All day.
Second and 10 now. It's Rosen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Started the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Kill. Check. Screen.
They'll try the left side. Swift. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
You ain't going nowhere.
2nd and 13. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Going deep downfield. And this is caught. So with a big gainer anyways, they'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
They come out here in the eye. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw is Rosen. Screenplay, Johnson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he gets stopped up at the 30. 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
At the 31. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Perkins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
36, 36. Shift. Watch the shift.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Taywan Taylor, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens get a bit closer. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Go, go, go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried.
And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. David Moore with touchdown number 12 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Let's go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Perkins. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Hayward. Let's bring it.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Back to throw, Perkins. And that will be incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Ross on the return. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Back to the air on 2nd down. Perkins. He finds Taylor. Complete.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, Perkins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
Let's go. Mark 55. Mark 55.
They're going to try and throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Taywan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens are able to make things a bit more respectable. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive. And it's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack them.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still have the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, and suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Tight end's right. Hey, we got four. We got four down. 52 in the ball.
He'll drop to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate some of the pressure. But occasionally, like the one we just saw, sometimes just hold on to the football and take the hit.
Right here. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
On 1st and 10, Perkins. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 1. Ball going deep here for Taylor. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful.
54's Mike. Check. Watch the
From the gun on third down, Perkins. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. They'll try and throw for it here. Now this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Let's get off the field. Check it backer.
On first down, Swift. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His second TD of the game and 18th of the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Zuerlein good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Watch twist. Rotate. Snap. That's it. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Man, I got you.
Looking to throw on second down. Perkins. They're going deep here for Taylor. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try.
Mike 5-4. Cut.
From the gun on third down, Perkins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Terrell Edmunds comes flying in from safety for the sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike.
I got him. Mike 52. Mike 52. Hey, let's get that run.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 36.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
54. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Check Mike.
Operating from the gun. Perkins forced out to his left. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
52. Mike 52. Watch the screen.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Shakes up, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Come on, boys, come on. Keep 15. Keep 15. Go. Tight to the right, boy. Tight to the right. Move. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Right here. 41 Mike. I don't think you got it, son. 41's the Mike. 41's the Mike. Delta. Check 41. Single.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to go down again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Check. Right strong. Grab on. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Orbit.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
41's coming. 41's the Mike. In your face. Mike 41. We've got to wedge that, huh? Pick it up. 41 Mike. Come on. Watch the slants. Chin up. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Right here. 41 Mike. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense.
They'll look to throw here. Going deep downfield and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check. Watch the edge, yeah. I'm coming. Okay. Grab it. Grab it.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
I got you. Let it go.
From the gun, Perkins. He finds his man Johnson. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
You got it. You got it.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
No, bottled up fumble. It's out, it's loose, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. You've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
54, right there, 54 Mike.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
On first down, Perkins. He's going to loft it deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. In for the score. And the Ravens capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Get that quarterback. D-line, get that quarterback.
Watch the edge.
Sponge. Go.
Back to throw here. Looking deep downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. 68 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Watch the run. Mike 5-4.
Here we go.
Throwing on first down. Perkins buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
That's it.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Get in the weight room. Mike, 54.
To throw again. Perkins.
Let's go.
Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Looking to throw. Perkins. He's going to rifle, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play that time for the Ravens. 43 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch the whip. Hey, straight. My turn.
On 1st and 10, Perkins. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Perkins. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. That one looks like he'll throw here. They shakes him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
All day. Shift. Smoke. Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1's Mike. Let's go. Mike 41. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Let's go.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Hey, watch the slant.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Perkins under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Fielded just inside the 20.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Check three. Mike 52.
They'll set up a throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mike 55. 55.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early.
Tackles. Come on now, let's go.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hey.
Go. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
It's going to be a long...
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And that will...